GT Sport is the straight-laced gentleman of the racing scene, and it's very, very classy. It really cares about sportsmanship, even forcing you to watch a driving etiquette video before it lets you online. If it could put penalty points on your real-life driving license for infringements in its online mode, it totally would. But what it does do is award you a dynamic sportsmanship rating according to how nicely you drive in races, meaning everyone can see how sporting you really are. It's quite the difference compared to its competitor Forza Motorsport, which rewards drifts, drafts and perfect corners. GT rewards you for not being a dick, which is wonderful, but perhaps a little naive. Predictably, it handles beautifully. Control input is responsive, though realistically takes a short moment to go from lock to lock if you're using a pad. The cars are sure-footed and weighty, and they really feel like they have more grip than those of Forza 7. Indeed, the game is slightly easier to drive than all-out sims like Project Cars or Dirt Rally, but it will punish you much sooner than Forza 7 will. However, what it really wants you to understand is what's actually happening when you drive. The game is all about weight distribution, traction and discipline, to the extent that the single-player mode isn't really about racing at all, with the exception of the returning but somewhat sidelined arcade mode, which is fun but throwaway. If you're playing solo, this is a driving game. The main mode takes you through an ultra-punishing driving school, requiring absolute precision if you're to walk away with the complete collection of gold medals, so prepare to get very frustrated when you can't get a gold on a simple turn the steering wheel exercise. Single player also offers a collection of scenarios to overcome, like a lap of fuel saving while still trying to pass cars for the win. There's also a nice little track mastery section that grades you on individual sectors on a collection of the circuits. Finally, you're asked to perform a perfect lap to get one last gold award, which also gives you that course's map as a decal with which to adorn your car. However, it's all very pedestrian and not a patch on Forza 7's Forza Drivers' Cup career mode in terms of excitement and involvement. In fact, it's closer to the PSP's Gran Turismo single-player content. Very, very similar. The online mode takes centre stage and features two pillars. You can race however you like in the lobby mode, but you won't earn any reputation. For that, you need to enter into the championship in the sport mode. This is the game's main selling point. An FIA-registered online racing league with the potential for real-world acclaim. The game keeps you playing rather than waiting in lobbies, allowing you to post ever faster qualifying times while you wait for entry to start, then allowing you some practice in the couple of minutes prior to the green light. It works very well, and if your room is full of people who respect the rules as much as you do, the racing is awesome, with clean, close races full of defensive manoeuvres. The subtle proximity indicator is also very clever, adding a vignette-like shadow to your left or right when there's a car nearby. It's much cleaner than the mess of coloured arrows flying around the screen in Forza 7, and winning a slipstreaming race around an oval against real opponents is far more exciting than any offline mode. Add to that the real-world calendar of events taking place at set times, and it all feels like it really means something. But that's when it's working. If at any time the server goes down for maintenance or you lose your own internet connection, you can only play arcade mode, as the game will not allow meaningful progress in any form if you're not connected to the server. The game is essentially off limits until the server says hello again. Presumably this is to keep an eye on the cheaters, but it would be nice to at least be able to browse the garage, take a photo or design a new decal while you wait for the connection to come back up. It's also less spectacular than you might expect. Nothing major, but a few scrappy shadow edges, the occasional frame hitch, and some very diorama-like foliage make for an unconvincing world, especially when the colours are more gamey than lifelike. It's still gorgeous at 60 frames a second, and the glass effects are mouth-wateringly good, but the overall effect is not as photorealistic as its competitors. In isolation, Gran Turismo Sport is a superb racing game. It's everything it should be, faithful to its heritage, with gorgeous cars, superb tracks, time of day variations, exquisite handling, an ultra-serious online mode, and a challenging, genuinely educational single-player component. It's the best serious racing game on PS4, no doubt, but having played both Forza 7 and this, Forza 7 is better than GT Sport in pretty much every area you could choose. So it's now down to the community to see which game provides the superior online experience. We give it 4 out of 5. Let us know what you think about GT Sport in the comments below and its comparison to Forza 7. Click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar+.